This lesson will deal with using Thomson Reuters Westlaw to find laws and statutes. To get to Thomson Reuters Westlaw from the library homepage, click on the online resources and go down to Thomson Reuters Westlaw. Once you get there, you want to click on Statutes and Court Rules. And we're going to look for federal, so we'll go to the United States Code annotated. And then I can put in my topic up here. And notice I put it in quotation marks. That's because Thomson Reuters Westlaw will assume two words are connected by an or unless I put them in the quotation marks. Notice as we look at some of the items here, we see some flags next to some of the items. Those relate to the validity of the statute. We'll be dealing more with that in a later session, but the system that's being used by Thomson Reuters Westlaw is known as KeyCite. When you're looking at the results list, notice on the right side you have related documents, some types of secondary sources, and you also have legal briefs. When you click on an individual item, you notice that there's some tabs at the top. Some of those may not contain anything on this particular one, but we have notes of decision, history of the statute, citing references, and content and analysis. If we go back to the top, notice it says back to United States Code annotated. If we click on that, it'll take us back to that screen. And I want to show you a couple other ways you can search for this topic. So we could go to the index, and we could type in our term. And search. And here we have our term showing up in the index. And I can look down and pick another topic or subtopic here, such as adoption immigration. Notice I've got the citation for that particular part right there. And if I click on it, I'll go to that particular citation. And notice there's a red flag here. Again, this is related to KeyCite, but it basically means this has been declared unconstitutional. If I want to go back to the United States Code annotated, I can click on it right here where it shows me that in the hierarchical area. But I wanted to point out another way we can search this. We can go to the popular name table. And if I know the popular name of a law, such as the Violence Against Women's Act, I can click on it, and it's abbreviated and known also as VAWA. So I'm going down to that, and here we have that particular item. And notice, in addition to the various sections, it also shows a table of contents for the current USCA classifications, the laws that enacted this, and any laws that amended this. If instead I wanted to know more about domestic violence laws in Missouri, I can go back to my beginning and go to Statutes and then go down to Missouri. And again, I'll put in domestic violence. And notice we've pulled up a number of items. One way we can reduce that number is to put in another term over here where it says search within results. So I'm going to use spouse as a term. And notice that reduced the number of items we're pulling up. Also notice on the left we have various ways we can reduce the number of items by applying limiters. One last thing I'll show you about statutes under Thomson Reuters Westlaw. If I know the citation, I can type that in at the very beginning here. And it takes me directly to that particular item.